Hi everyone, John here, All Miniatures Great and Small. Today is another hobby video, this time just a short video. We're going to be assembling the M103, a new model found in the Clash of Steel American versus German starter box. So it's interesting. This is a really cool looking tank, and here is the sprue with a lot of cool options. The M103 is one of the last, I think, designed and for sure built heavy tanks. The heavy tank concept, which kind of died after this, and they went with the main battle tank concept, which continued with the M48 patent, the M60 patent, the M1 Abrams, where you have that main battle tank as opposed to a heavy tank, which is what you got here. This guy is just kind of a monster. It has a 120 millimeter gun, which is just ginormous, and it was designed for taking out, those heavy Soviet tanks. That was its concept. Several hundred were built. Most of them ended up with the Marines. So this isn't a hypothetical tank. It never fired its gun in anger, but it did exist, and it did exist in number. So eventually, I don't know if it would ever show up in Team Yankee, for example, but it's going to show up in more iterations of Clash of Steel for sure. All right, enough of that yammering. Let's go ahead and build this real quick. I think I've cut out all the parts. The there are some like gas tanks and a few other things you can glue on like accessories, but we're gonna just go ahead with the basic tank. I know the picture has some guides about the book has some guidelines on how to build this in what order, but I found that I'd like to just cut out all the pieces and slap it together. Again, I'm using my Mr. Cement. Great stuff. Through capillary action, you don't need a lot of it. For years as a model builder, I overglued everything. And I do apologize if you see me kind of fumbling around or getting this out of focus. I just recently had cataract surgery, and by recently I mean a day and a half ago. So one eye is completely blurry and out of focus, and the other eye is compensating. So not the most agile on the painting table. So all right, so we're just going to lay some glue on those spots. I hope I'm just not making a complete fool of myself. And I apologize to those who find my movements clumsy. All right. I gotta say, this is a cool looking tank. I don't remember if it's in World of Tanks. I know it's in War Thunder because when I went to go look up the history of the tank, it brought up a lot of War Thunder stuff. I never played War Thunder. I always played World of Tanks before I kind of transitioned to World of Warships, which is my favorite. I love naval action, even more than tanks. But and I can't remember if I got up to this. I know I got to the T-29, and I think the T-30, but I don't know if this is a thing. Now, in the Gale Force 9 board game of World of Tanks, I'm sure this is a thing. Because I can't imagine them producing this model just for Clash of Steel. This has got to be like something out in their World of Tanks range. I don't really follow their World of Tanks range too closely. I think they sent me the starter set a while ago. Not a while ago, but years ago. And I've played several games over the years of World of Tanks, but for the most part, if I'm going to play a tank game, I might as well just play Flames of War or Team Yankee if I want later era stuff. Oh, this thing. So this is kind of the lid. It has like rangefinder ears. Out of all these kind of post-war tanks, I'm going to say that look at this, I'm doing it upside down. I like the T-29 with the ears, with the giant range-finding ears, like a battleship turret. But they didn't make that model in this game. You'd have to pursue third-party, which I did if you want the ears. But I guess that goes back to my love of ships, because it makes the turret look like a battleship turret. Okay, so we got that part of the turret done. Looks like I missed a few pieces here. Again, I apologize. I wanted to make some content for this month. I've got, I don't know, it's turning into more of a chit-chat video, because I've got cataract in one eye, but they're going to also do cornea replacement in the other eye so that they kind of match, so one isn't completely fixed and one has my normal horrible eyesight. So now I've got one eye that's, healing, and the other eye has horrible eyesight. So they're going to fix that other eye in just a couple of weeks, hopefully with enough time for this one to heal completely. So I at least have one eyeball that's working somewhat correctly. But content might be down. That's my whole point with that conversation. All right, I'm going to go with the closed hatch on this one. I think because in Clash of Steel there's 4 of them, 4 of these bad boys, then I might go with 2 of them with commanders sticking out of the hatch, because then I can use one as like a company commander and one as a platoon commander. So a company commander and then a platoon of 3. I can't imagine buying more of these just because that is expensive points-wise in the game. Okay, there is a little give on these barrels, so you got to make sure you're happy with, that it's vertically and horizontally the way you want it. And that looks pretty close. And then we're going to give that time to dry, but since that's really the last piece, oops, I didn't put the peg in because I want to magnetize these, but maybe that's another video. There you go. That is the M103 with that massive 120 millimeter gun. Oh yeah, so there's a spot here for the for some like little gas cans. Let's go do that real quick. Okay, there you go, my friends. That is the M103 for the Americans in the Clash of Steel. I guess this version of it, or time period, is called the War of Unification. And you can see just it's got that massive honking turret, which I just love. In game, I can just go over this real quick. It's got a front armor 14, not the best front armor. Side armor 6, so that's pretty weak too. But you're not here for the armor with this guy. You're here for the gun. That 120 millimeter gun has a 48-inch range. It has 2 shots halted, 1 shot moving, anti-tank 20 2+ firepower. It's also an accurate gun, so if if you don't move, there's no range for long range firing, so there's no +1 for long range. However, it is slow firing, so if you do move, not only is it rate of fire 1, but it's +1 harder to hit. So pretty interesting combination. And then here to kind of show you that other turret, we'll put that on real quick if I can do it while it's spinning. Now this thing looks cool. It looks science fiction-y. I want to say I've seen like a similar auto, I think this is an auto loading turret, pretty sure it is, on things like the I think there was maybe an M60 that had a prototype like that, but the concept is not unique to this tank. But there you go, guys. That's the M103 for Clash of Steel. Thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.